Nostradamus Decoded. Nostradamus's doom and gloom still rivets our attention, even after 5 centuries.
If it bleeds, it leads. Well, that's what makes the news. And unfortunately, that's what gets our brains interested.
It makes sense from an evolutionary perspective. Why? From an evolutionary standpoint, there's a lot of survival value to paying attention to the negative. The Nostradamian prophecies, with all their doom and gloom and fear for the future, take advantage of this very human process.
He wrote in a way to get our attention. But what message did the prophet mean to convey with his dark words?
Nostradamus, in fact, as a 16th century humanist, he is generally warning people, if you don't straighten out, then you will bring about bad things. And you can influence your own future and avoid the terrible things that could happen.
To decode the identities of Nostradamus's 3 Antichrists, we must look at how Nostradamus used the past to find the future.
Nostradamus was so much a product of his time that it's almost impossible to separate the man out from the background. That little village he was born in had enormous Roman ruins that were still standing. That sort of spurred him. That gave him a sense of history, an idea that there really had been a golden age that maybe we could get back to.
Nostradamus grew up in the shadows of the Roman Empire and its glory. The 2,000-year-old ruins of Les Antiques still stand outside his childhood home of Saint Remy and are as majestic today as they were 500 years ago.
Nostradamus often came here as a child, and there are several references to these ruins in his works.
He was well read in history, and history appears a lot in his prophecies.
To Nostradamus, the ruins served both as a reminder that all empires crumble and a warning for the future, a warning that he sought to decipher. He scoured ancient and occult texts in search of answers.
By trying to organize this vast mass of ancient prophetic material, he sort of popularized it. He put it into a form that pretty much anybody who could read French would understand.
Nostradamus shows every indication of having been what I'll call a creative psychic. That is to say, he put his own spin on the material. He didn't just paraphrase his sources.
To avoid the wrath of the Inquisition, Nostradamus was careful to conceal his sources, even destroying the more incriminating ones. Whatever Nostradamus did see, he was careful to disguise.